Hi, this week's Parsha is Vayera, and if we look somewhere in the middle of the Parsha when Lot is speaking to his two future sons-in-law to be, or maybe they were already sons-in-law, and he says to them, listen, these two men came into the house and they've told us that God is going to destroy the city. And the pasuk says, Vayikim sachek b'nei chatanav. It seemed like he was in their eyes fooling around, kim sachek, like a joker. Now, this is the magic word of the entire parsha, sachek. In the beginning of the parsha, the angels come to Abraham and they say to him, and Sarah overhears, that they're going to have a son, and both of them laugh, and the word is sachek. Then you have here the word sachek again, and then later in the parsha, Yitzchak is born again from the word sachek, and Yitzchak is playing with Yishmael, and again that word is tzachek again. We don't know what it means, but it seems like they were doing something, even the Chazal say maybe it was something naughty that they were doing. The question is, why use the word kim tzachek here in the story of the sons-in-law? So this is a book Fred Tachik gave me called Pinnacle of Creation from Rabbi Chanach Leibowitz, and he has a thought, and I'm going to cover two things. So number one is, he says that the sons-in-law were residents of Sdom. They looked around the city, and everybody was just marrying, having a great time, and they said, how can it possibly be that God is going to destroy a city like this? We see what's going on outside. It doesn't make any sense. So his point, this Rabbi Leibowitz, is that the status quo is what people naturally gravitate towards, and they don't like change. So it's hard to see when someone comes and tells you that there's a change happening, people don't necessarily accept it. So that was just kind of a psychological factor. But I have a much deeper thought. I think the entire story of Sodom didn't have to happen. Abraham had already separated from Lot. Lot's living in Sodom. Abraham's doing his thing. The angels could have come and said, you're going to have a son, and everything could have continued. But if we think about the notion that the entire Sefer Torah is written because there's a mission in there, and that the land is part of that mission that we as Jews have to be as part of our story that we're telling to the world, then the story of Sodom takes on a different meaning. Now all of a sudden, the story is Hachnasat Orchim, taking in people. That's what Abraham was doing when he greeted the three angels, and now Lot's doing similarly the same thing when he brings in the two angels into his house. The problem is that the entire city is in an uproar over this. And this was really the reason for the entire story, is because when the angels say, how can we hide from Abraham what we're about to do, because he's going to lead a life with his children of Tzedek and Mishpat. One of the foundation stones of the Tzedek and Mishpat is using our homes as a way to invite people in and make them feel welcome. And this is not a Zionistic speech necessarily about the land of Israel, but that is one of the mission statements that we do with the land, is we create that sense of welcomeness. And we can take that with us wherever we're living around the world. So with that, hopefully you have people at your Shabbat table this weekend, and have a great weekend.